Watch out for the spikes, Kristen. Kristen, I forgot which character you were playing.
Benjamin.
Right
the wizard.
okay. I was about to say, who's Benjamin?
My
There's no
name-
Benjamin here.
My name is
It's John and
literally
Jason.
We have Fighter, Wizard, and Benjamin.
my favorite class.
Yeah.
The mightiest of all warriors of the ancient times. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show, we are playing Dragon's Crown Pro, which is coming to PS4 and PS4 Pro on May 15th. We are playing on a PS4 Pro, and what better way to play than to have Jason Osborne and John Stiebel join us from Atlas. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Kristen from my team is also here as a Dragon's Crown new-coming adventurer.
Yes. Hello, hello.
So I am playing the world's best character, the fighter. Don't quote me on that. And we have the elf, the archer, the sorceress, and the wizard as well.
Just reading a book.
Yep, you're just
ca-
you're just casually
Cash.
catching up on your favorite fiction or nonfiction. I was about to say, what book are you reading? And then I thought, you know what, don't actually say the title of it. Make up a title. Anyway, John or Jason, I guess, who wants to walk us through what we're going to be seeing today?
Sure, I can bring it up. So,
Oh, you knocked it down.
Dragon's Crown Pro is a remaster of Dragon's Crown, which came out for the PS3 and Vita. So it's a four-player, up to
Ow.
four-player, up to four-player co-op
Children, please.
dungeon crawling beat 'em up. So this harkens back to the days of arcade games, classic playing with four players in an arcade. You can play either local co-op or online, and it's a pretty simple story. Basically, the king wants the dragon's crown, so you are off to go find it. There's 6 playable characters. There's the fighter, the wizard, or the
Wizard.
the wizard. Yes, the wizard, the sorceress, the elf, the dwarf, and the Amazon. And they all play very differently, so you'll see a lot of chaos throughout this adventure.
I think that we have to first start, as I often do when talking about Vanillaware games, with how gorgeous it is and the amount of detail and the layered effects and the backgrounds. It's visual splendor.
Oh, absolutely.
But the great thing about Dragon's Crown, that one of the things that I love about it is it's highly replayable too. It's really just designed for you to get in there and have fun and go to town. Over and over and over and over and over again until your treasure rank explodes.
Yeah, there's a leveling system. So you start out with most of your basic abilities, but as you level up, you can earn skill points to unlock new passive skills, active skills, spells, and really customize your character the way that you want to play.
You have made your way to Roland.
Look, everyone, it's Roland.
It's Roland, everyone's favorite.
Look at his belt.
Look at his beautiful face.
Hold on a second. I want to point to the best part of Roland.
Yeah.
This green right there.
That's one of the most important features of the game, is you have these
His
cursors
abs.
that, well,
Abs, yes.
Roland's abs.
Rippling
Yeah.
8-pack abs.
It's
yes.
all over the back of the box. You
Go
have these
ahead,
cursors that you can
sorry.
use to interact with the environment. You can tell your rogue friend to open up treasure chests for you or to open doors for you.
No.
And there's a lot of secrets in the game to uncover by doing this. So you can see this is actually a hidden area that we've entered. We have a few treasure chests here.
It does have a really beautiful art style too, like the painting style.
This is classic Vanillaware style. And Dragon's Crown Pro, being a remaster of the original, plays in 4K on PS4 Pro. And just the visual fidelity of everything has been improved from the original.
Go, Ranny, go. Yes, just note that the little rogue we're not actually controlling, but he does great work.
Oh, he does a lot of great
Yeah.
work.
He also leveled up before we did.
He's
True.
doing the best work.
Yeah, arguably doing better work than we are. Oh, so for example, if you touch those runes in the back, I remember that doing something, right?
We don't have runes yet.
Oh,
to
that's
use
right.
them.
I'm just previewing it for later on.
Yeah. They give you a lot of extra bonuses, so we'll have spells that will defeat all undead enemies, or ones that'll increase your life, or create food. There's a bunch of different ones.
Oh yeah, food is a big part of the game. You can see that if you have some food underneath your character portrait, like our elf has, if you stand still, you can just start chowing down.
There
And
she
that-
goes. She's eating a chicken.
Yum, yum, delish.
Just casual. Excuse me, guys. Hold
and
on.
it's because your health bar was full, so you're actually kind of overcharging your health bar, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a 150% health at any point.
Watch out for the spikes, Kristen. Kristen, I forgot which character you were playing.
Benjamin.
Right
The wizard.
okay. I was about to say, who's Benjamin?
My
There's no
name-
Benjamin here.
My name is
It's John and
literally
Jason.
Yeah, we have fighter, wizard, and Benjamin.
my favorite class.
Yeah.
The mightiest of all warriors of the ancient times. Bow before Benjamin,
That's it.
conqueror of kings, laying waste to entire kingdoms. Hi, I'm Benjamin.
Oh, so we have another feature right here. We have these skeletons that you'll find throughout the instances, and you can pick them up to actually revive them into fellow adventurers, or
What?
you can bury them and get items for your good deed. So
What
I
should we do?
think,
Well, we-
Kristen.
I say
You-
we bury them. I want to see what we get if we bury them.
Okay, we'll have to take it back to town, and then we'll have to
Oh,
bury
I
it
see.
in.
Actually, I don't think we can bury those ones. I
Really?
think those are story bones. Those
Well,
are very
then
important.
Oh,
let's-
So far, Jason has been spoiling the fun with everything that I say.
I'm sorry.
You're the realist of the party. Kristen, what kind of real, like, if you were in an RPG party, what like character class would you be in real life?
I normally go for the rogue-like character. Anyone who's a little sneaky. Usually, if they have dual blades, that's my go-to. But
No, but I'm saying in real life, what would you be?
Oh, I
What would
see.
Kristen be?
I would be like the person that hangs back at the tavern. Who's like, if you guys need help, let me know. I'll be here. I heard some rumors, unconfirmed.
All right, I remember that when I played the original Dragon's Crown for copious amounts of time, I would do this spinny move with the fighter way too much. Just get up in the air, spin that sword around, do good work
It's a good move.
from the skies.
Do good work.
I think early on in the game, everyone finds their one ability they just want to spam over and over
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
And that
For
was
me,
mine
it's-
for dozens and dozens of hours.
I'm really good at mashing this button, I swear.
I'm super good at hitting square, you guys.
It's an important skill for this game. If you're not good at hitting square, you may have difficulty with this game.
Now, each of the dungeons, if I'm not mistaken, not only has branching paths, but often different boss fights as well.
Also,
Right.
No, you're spoiling things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
each-
no, that's true. Each of the 9 levels in the game.
I lost my sword.
Come get it.
I got it. Thanks.
Each of the 9 main levels in the game has 2 branching pathways, and one will be significantly tougher than the other. So that's kind of like your new game plus for that route.
And I will say that for end game play, one of the
We did it.
I'll let our nice narrator have his moment. Never mind, I took it.
Care to avoid drawing the attention of any other harpies.
Hoppies. So, everyone, let's talk more about Dragon's Crown. I remember that what I would do is if you start a continuous run through dungeons, we can progress, by the way. When you start advancing through dungeons, you can kind of build a chain and get your treasure rank up to ridiculous heights, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That was my favorite thing to do. I love that.
Yes.
Like, getting those like 200, 250% bonuses. Yeah,
It's so great.
it's really nice.
Yeah, Benjamin. Oh, leveled
Benjamin,
up.
what's up,
Mystic
Benjamin?
Benjamin.
Level 2. What is up?
No, he doubled his power is what he did.
Look at my beautiful blue eyes behind that helmet. Would you ever have guessed? Would you ever have guessed that such a handsome fellow lies behind this devastating armor?
I mean, with a name like Amos, you
It's
have to assume that. So this is a big part of the game, is after every successful dungeon run, you'll have your spoils, which you collect from the treasure chest. You would see that Randy would open a chest, and it would tell us what item level it was. So the higher the item level from, what is it, E to S?
Yeah, to S.
Yeah, E to S will dictate how powerful the item is. So you'll see we have a bow here, which will be great for the elf. And you have to spend some money to appraise it, so we can do that now. If you don't appraise it, you can't use it, but you can hold on to it and then appraise it later if you don't have the money at the time.
Who's playing elf? I forgot.
I am.
Jason?
Yeah.
So Jason, if you feel the need to be empowered, you can use that bow.
Wow, thank you. Feel so honored.
Yes, of course. It's my pleasure. I had no part in it.
So Jason has a new weapon. It's really cool. Some of the characters will actually get entirely new features with their weapons. So the sorceress, for example, has 3 different elements of staff. So she has ice, lightning, and fire, and each one is better at doing a different kind of thing. Lightning is really fast and has great range. Fire has high damage, but it's useless in water, and then ice is short range, but it does a lot of good sustained damage.
Can you remind me if you can actually have different weapon sets while
Yeah,
you're in
you
a
can
dungeon,
actually
right?
get 9 different bags, and
Oh,
each of those bags has its own unique equipment set. So if you want to just have a specific elemental focus, I want to be, completely ice, and I want to null fire damage. You can set a specific equipment bag for that.
That's fantastic.
It is possible to resurrect the dead with their bones. He tells you to go to the temple. To a Canaan temple is a
We have
temple
plenty of
dedicated
time
to
for another
the
dungeon.
goddess.
Nice. Yeah, that was just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot to get through.
You were ordered
So
to
true.
attempt to resurrect
I'm
guild
also,
members
everyone,
at
I'm
Canaan temple.
the worst dasher. Like, I am so bad at dashing in this game.
We can help you out. We can give you a nudge.
Okay.
As you
Good.
enter, a kindly
Ah, the
voice
temple.
echoes from the back.
I'm going to go out on a
faces.
limb, Kristen, and say that is a heavy
says-
necklace. What do you think? Like a full wooden box?
I mean,
That's, like,
I feel like
custom
only
made.
somme with these broad shoulders would be able
would be able to carry
There's
that
like
around.
another monk below the screen that can't stand up.
He's just on his shoulders. Yes.
He's just
See-
crawling.
You all have a whole different perspective. Whenever I play with my friends, we are sure this guy is evil. I mean, just look at his
Really?
face.
Oh.
And look at what he's doing right here.
He's restoring life to this.
You don't trust these little babies?
Look at how cute they are. That one's
I
blowing
don't
a
trust
trumpet.
these babies.
No, you don't trust these babies.
The prayer reaches the gods.
Well, I've just never seen such trustworthy babies in my life.
The adventurer pledges their allegiance to you. As
Well, anyway, what else happens in Dragon's Crown?
So we just revived this adventure, so that means that if you're playing with less than 4 players at once, you can actually recruit them to your party, and they'll
Is
help
that
you
what
out
we
as an
did with
NPC.
those bones that we found?
Yep, those are the bones.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Full
so we're
circle.
forced to...
Doggo.
Oh, I saw that doggo.
Y'all see that cute
Look at
puppers
that
on the
sweet
ground?
pup. Look at that
Can-
sweet pup.
Can we
Touch
bring
'em.
the pups into the combat?
I'm more focused on this fruit over here.
Yeah, me too.
Nope,
And the
still on the
wine.
pup.
Yeah.
Look at him
Also,
wagging his tail.
This guy in the background, I literally have
Bard.
never noticed him until just now. What evil songs and plots is he concocting back there?
He's probably recording the orchestral soundtrack for Dragon's Crown.
Oh
Pro.
man, look at that
What a
segue!
tie-in.
What is up, John? Holy smokes. Tell me about that reorchestrated soundtrack as we go into another dungeon, please.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So, Dragon's Crown has a fantastic soundtrack, even more than the visuals. It's just the sound is meant to make you feel like you are truly on a magical adventure. So for Dragon's Crown Pro, they re-recorded the entire soundtrack using a live orchestra.
Should we go back to the gate?
Sorry,
Where
yeah,
are we
we're supposed to
going?
go to the guild master.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot if I can change my movement to D-pad or not.
No.
No,
Okay,
D-pad is used
got it.
for rotating through items.
Ah, that's right.
But you
Okay.
can set a lot of shortcuts for that.
Okay.
You think you see part of a smile cross Samuel's face.
You think you do.
You
It's
are
a smile.
now registered with the guild. You may now get cooperation from guild members. They may participate.
So
in
he's
your
explaining
party
right here
and
that you
help
can
in
recruit these
completing
adventures as
quests.
NPCs.
The Adventurers Guild has a backlog of quests.
Wait, I
because
got
many
distracted.
adventurers
Did
are
we ever finish
occupied with
explaining the
dragon's
soundtrack?
The soundtrack? I mean, that's been every single
it's
track in the game
reorchestrated.
was reorchestrated with a live orchestra, and it's absolutely beautiful. So,
And you can listen to samples on PlayStation.blog because we
can.
posted a post. No better way to have said that.
yep, that went up on recording day. So there's a few track samples there that you can use to compare the original soundtrack and the orchestral one.
Nice.
And if you happen to enjoy the original one more, then you can switch back to it in the game options.
Oh, that's cool.
So give you options. We actually this narrator's getting a little bit droning, so let's skip through this and then we can actually change the narrator voice.
What?
Sorry, I have to take a quest.
Kristen
Wow,
and I didn't
us.
plan that at all.
Oh, yes, you have these side quests too that are great. They're just little tasks for you to go back in a dungeon. This one wants us to go back in that secret room with the orcs.
Wait, can I say the name?
Yeah.
Help the honey buzzards!
If only
Yeah.
there were an option to have the audio of you just reading
Me
all the
nar-
questions.
Can I be the? I'll be the narrator. That's no problem.
You
If
said I'll go to the
if you guys just
council.
want to book me for some VO sessions, just let me know.
Let's see if we can find a.
You must go to the castle.
Do you want to do the options? Someone else? Okay, yeah. Let's see
Someone
if we
else.
can find a Ryan narrator here.
I don't
have
see any.
fighter.
And I strongly suspect that there will not be one.
There may or may not be one. The great thing also about Dragon's Crown Pro is you have access to all of the narrator voices, including the Japanese voices. And even when you're creating a character, you can choose between English or Japanese voices for that character.
Oh wow.
Fantastic.
So let's get the elf. She's got a nice voice.
So does that mean that the actors like essentially recorded the entire narration of the game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every single line.
Heck yeah.
I'm partial to the dwarf. Just-
Okay.
But
Oh, I like her braids.
You are led through the secure castle.
That guy doesn't look fun.
Princess Vic
He's
and
trustworthy.
Minister
I
Spencer
remember thinking that this guy was up to no good, if I'm remembering the story right.
How could you not trust that face?
That's a face only a mother could trust.
Saw the thief described him as Tommet,
Tommet.
a known bandit. Your job is to track down Tommet.
So
and
when you're
learn
first
the
introduced to each of
secrets that he
the
knows of
dungeons
this
in the
Tommet. You
game,
bow
there's usually a
and
story
leave.
that goes along with it. And then it's cool because it kind of
In order
replays
to
that story in a
retrieve
different way when you do the
something,
B routes.
You chase the thief into the ruins of the old
Ow. Did we just knock over that poor dad?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
I mean,
The kid's fine.
he was probably evil.
Just a man and his apples.
Oh. This is just a simple story of a man and his apples.
And his son and his wine.
Yep. Oh, this is maybe one of my favorite
Yeah, I like-
stage select scenes in gaming.
I was gonna say it's a great mechanic.
Yeah. It's really nice to see the whole lay of the land.
Yeah.
So let's head in the second one, the old capital.
capital.
Wow,
Can I
that's-
hear your best narrator voice, John?
you want me to do elf or?
It was just
You know what? I
Do
changed my
sorceress.
mind. I changed my mind. I'm only setting you up for failure.
place, full of dragons and wyverns.
I'm not sure I could do sorceress.
It does change the vibe a lot though when you switch out the narrator.
Right? But the vibe is always going to be beating stuff up, right? If you're the fighter, you only know two things. Beating stuff up.
And that's it.
it.
Beating stuff down.
Oh, nice. I should have said that.
What?
Huh?
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
Ah.
Oh, Randy
Oh,
had to
wait.
catch
I want to
up.
get that. Oh, okay. You got it. You got the treasure.
Got it.
Shablam! I like that also the fighter can do some nice aerial combat as well. I don't know if John or Jason, you guys want to go into kind of the mechanics of each of the different characters just a little bit?
Yeah, we can introduce our own characters. So, Jason, you want to
Oh
start?
yeah,
with
yeah.
the elf?
So I have an elf. She's very versatile, close range and long range. Obviously, she has her bow and she has her feet. She also has a really cool build where she can equip daggers and do some backstabbing.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's real good. She's really sweet as you unlock more of her skills. She gets really good air juggles. You can actually stun lock people with her bows. She has elemental skills, so really jack of all trades. Very versatile.
Okay.
And
That's
she has
excellent.
her arrows too, which are pretty interesting, in that you only have 10 of them to start with, and if you shoot them, they're just gone. So you have to pick up arrows as you go through the level.
Ah.
But they're pretty powerful in exchange.
So, Kristen, if you could give an exhausting detail of your character, which you're only playing for the first time,
So
that'd
this
be
is
great.
Benjamin. Hey, guys.
Hey guys, what's up?
I've noticed he has this cool fire attack that isn't showing because there's no enemy right now.
You actually need to charge your MP. So
Oh.
if you hold down your square button, he'll start charging. What really cool so that is how you replenish your MP.
I've learned so much.
If
Yeah, there it is.
one really sweet thing with the wizard that separates him from the sorceress is he can actually overcharge his magic. So see how you have like that blue aura around
Yeah.
you now? That means next time you do a spell, that one will just be like amplified, so you do more damage.
Nice.
It is said
Yeah,
that
he's
whatever
the
this man
offensive
desires,
magic one. The sorceress is a little bit more supportive.
Support
Got
based,
it.
yeah.
So
She can summon things as well, right?
she can bring those bones back to life.
That's
actually,
right.
Yeah. So instead of picking them up to bury them or revive them, you can just turn them into skeletons to fight for your amusement.
That doesn't sound like you're bending the laws of nature at all. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's better than what that monk was doing.
Well, it says you.
apprehend him and
So she has a bunch of different spells to help out with dealing damage, but then when she really comes into her own is when you purchase additional skills for her by leveling up. So
Oh, the fish! Hold on, I forgot about this. Oh my god, these fish would drive me nuts in the original
Wait,
version. Sorry
why?
to cut you
They
off.
have to
They
jump.
leap up, and you have to
That-
get them.
yeah.
You have to get those fish. They always bit me in the face. But it's
The
really
the animation of them coming apart.
it's really satisfying to cut them in two.
That's great.
Sorry, I totally cut you
Oh
guys
no,
off.
no problem. I was gonna say the sorceress can purchase a ton of different spells that she can use to support her team. So she can make food out of thin air. She can create ice walls to block enemies off. She can just drop a big rock on people.
Oh man.
As you do.
As you do.
And then the fighter, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about this fighter. This fighter can smash and bash. He can tie enemies in knots. I honestly, I don't really know how to describe him other than that he seems like a very just melee first hand-to-hand warrior.
Yeah, you can actually throw your sword, which changes his moveset just a little bit.
Oh, that's right, although I forgot how to throw the sword.
I believe you hold circle.
Or
You slam it down. You don't actually throw it.
Oh,
Oh, I just
okay.
learned how to dash.
Nice.
We're learning.
I think I was the newcomer all along, and that's what we've learned.
Then we also have Amazon, who's not here. She's actually really sweet that she has a berserk mode. So the
Oh,
more
that's
HP
right.
she loses, the stronger she gets,
Oh, wow.
and the faster she becomes. So she's like really double edge, heavy hitter, but glass cannon.
Mhm. And then the dwarf, I believe, has some grappling moves as well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
One of the games I used to play with my friends on the first run of Dragon's Crown was we'd have multiple dwarves, and we would just take an enemy and throw it at each other and try and catch them.
Oh, the wyvern.
The
There's
wyverns.
I know, I just like saying that.
There's some cool environmental stuff like this rock back here. The dwarf is the one who can pick that up and chuck that at enemies.
I lost me sword. Got it. That's the fighter's new voice.
Yep.
I lost my sword.
I lost my sword.
That's an Amos.
We're making short work of this wyvern.
A lot of the early game is pretty forgiving, but
Well, yeah, of course, 'cause
Yeah.
you got to get used to it.
yeah.
But then, oh smokes, once you start running those long chains of
Oh,
dungeons.
another.
Double wyvern! I should stop calling it wyvern, or else I'll actually start saying that in. I
People
don't
get
really
upset.
say, you
I
know,
was
I
gonna
don't
say, how
really
often
say
does
wyvern
wyvern
and
pop up?
wyvern in real life.
In your day-to-day,
often
you just
in my
don't talk about
day-to-day.
wyverns?
I can't reach my sword on the other side of the screen. Can folks
here,
come
yeah.
over this way? Thank you.
See,
I
that's
now have
co-op.
my sword. That's real co-op, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also almost dead. I should eat my apple. I haven't really been paying attention.
It's all right. You
Oh.
have multiple lives.
You have health potions too, so if you use your D-pad, you can switch over to it, and then, whoops, I'm getting destroyed while explaining.
As you can
no. Can I revive you?
I'll just revive automatically. You can see above your
Oh,
character
no.
portrait, you'll have 2
Alright.
lives to start out a dungeon with, and it's
Alright.
explaining it right now. So we can.
When your HP drops to 0.
Is that the actual narrator?
Yeah, that was me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks.
And even once you lose all your lives, you can still use a little bit of gold to come back.
Oh
But,
god, triple wyvern.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life.
Oh, Benjamin. You're
Benjamin
so
just doesn't get how
crazy.
the real world works.
That would actually be a hilarious character quirk if, like, the wizard, the one that's supposed to have all this arcane knowledge, is the most inept of all the adventurers.
He just has no idea how
Yay.
things actually work.
Good job, team.
There we go.
Hooray!
Nailed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a look at Dragon's Crown Pro, which is coming to PS4 and PS4 Pro on May 15th. And John, I believe you said that there was a little bit of a pre-order incentive going on, right?
Yep, on the PlayStation Store, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you will receive a 10% discount during the pre-order period, so up until May 15th.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to delve into some dungeons and play what I think is one of the best co-op brawlers around with a fantasy setting, then look no further. Dragon's Crown Pro coming out May 15th. John and Jason, Kristen, thank you all for joining me. And until next time, this has been PlayStation Underground. We'll see you soon.
PlayStation